God, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie.
Okay, Coach. Well, from a place that's officially been recognized as the loudest venue in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium right here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Set up, 18 Gator.
I don't think you got it, son.
Spike.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Lock to throw on 2nd down. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. On play action, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Coming after you. Check. 53 from my...
Hey, 43.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
After the turnover, here's Locke. That one complete to Hill. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. On first down, Dobbins. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Locke. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first, 18 yards that time. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. Now Locke. They'll roll him out right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be a 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. They'll try the left side. Dobbins, and they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. It's not too often you see a holder putting that football down right on the midfield stripe. 60 yards, Charles, but a little bit too much to bite off there.
Yeah, it's good to show confidence in your kicker. That might have been just a little bit too much. Now, guarantee you, as you just noted, putting it down on the midfield stripe, the holder's thinking to himself, that's a long way. Probably not as confident as well.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Check 3. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Stay with your man.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Yellow, yellow.
Now Mahomes. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Daniel Sorensen there on the coverage.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. He wants it all for the end zone. John Ross, 33 yards, as they are now on the board here. The first half. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
That ties the game at 7. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long?
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Number 53. Mike, 53.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Got a man open, it's Ross. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Mahomes now on first down. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Mahomes now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Yellow, yellow.
Check 24. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Attack, attack.
I got motion.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. John Ross, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
To throw it is Locke. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris. On 2nd and 9, Locke. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but he rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
2nd and 7 at the Chiefs' 33-yard line.
Number 50, 15. Yellow.
Smoke.
Check.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. That one complete to Anderson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
First down, Broncos.
Alpha. 53. Mike. He can't hang.
He's not 43.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
I got you, boy.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Philip Lindsay, as the 1st half is winding down, and the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guy.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes, he's going to air one out for Anderson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A huge play there for Denver. 48 yards. They go play fake. Mahomes. The quick slant caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Broncos push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, being on second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Locke will try again on second down. Going for the deep ball. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know them.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Robbie Anderson. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Now McManus for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Locke now, 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. On first down, Locke. Open man is Hill. He's got it. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they move this all the way down to the 9. He got 29 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
61. Matchbox. Light. Attack, attack. Motion. By 7. Let's go.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes escaping the pressure right. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 61 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On first down, it's Lindsey. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3. At the key 7-yard line.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. He'll find Lindsey here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Philip Lindsey with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let him know. Let him know.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. We're back now in KC. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 45. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Robbie Anderson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Ready up.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Now that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. From 4 yards out. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. McManus's point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Chiefs on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is third down and 12. Throwing his lock on third down. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. On first and 10, here's Locke. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Watkins, the intended receiver. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, first and 10. They fake the give, now Mahomes. And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Next to score, Broncos 63, Chiefs 19.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive? And my goodness, another interception. Duke Dawson picks it, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. I'm coming.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. McManus now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be...
And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 44. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard. And they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Charvarius Ward in on the tackle.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for Denver, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they'll fall to 1.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself.